Dynasties don't die the way people think they do. They don't collapse overnight. They fade when teams forget why they were great in the first place. This weekend, we have the AFC and the NFC championship games. Final four teams battle it out to see who will reign supreme, who will be immortalized over others. But if you're really paying attention, you're watching the blueprints unfold. This is Moving Them Chains podcast. What's going on, everyone? This is your very first episode of Moving Them Chains podcast. I'm your host, Michael. Although if you know me from TikTok, it's not Rex Burkett. Now, this show is about context and facts. Why a team won a game, why teams failed, what actually translates from one season to the next. Now, before we get into the championship weekend talk, I want to talk a bit about me. So I've been a fan of the Patriots since 1998. I was about 6 years old. I chose them because of Teddy Bruschi. I loved his leadership. I loved his raw in the NFL overall to becoming one of the greatest. And obviously over the last few years, the Patriots haven't exactly been what they. I'm not one of those fans that's just here when they win. I'm even here when we lose. And even above all, I'm a football fan before I'm a Patriots fan. I hope that my podcast can at some point get to the point where I'm love to teach people more about the game. Because there's so many people that don't understand. So I'm sick of listening to podcasters talking from I'm a Patriots fan, so you may think that there is some bias, but I try to be as realistic as I can. But I'm not here to crown quarterbacks in October. I'm not here to give hot takes to teams in September or burying them in October, burying them in November. Looking for biased opinions, looking for hot takes, looking for something flat. But if you're a fan who loves the game and or loves the Patriots, or maybe you just want to learn more about the game, then this is for you. Now, this season has really humbled a lot of people and a lot of teams. Some of these teams were getting crowned so early on, and even quarterbacks were getting crowned. I mean, about midway through the season, we thought the Colts and the Buccaneers were the teams. If there's anything that this season has taught anyone, if anyone's learned at all, sure, talent gets you noticed. Skill makes you stand out. But structure is what keeps you alive come January. Recognized for Offensive Player of the Year, or MVP, Comeback Player of the Year, so on. But executing and performing under pressure, even if it isn't always pretty, being more disciplined, that is what separates you from them. Now let's start with the AFC Championship between the number 2 seed New England Patriots and the number 1 seed Denver Broncos. This game rekindles a rivalry from the 2010s between Tom Brady. This isn't about eras. This is about philosophy. Now, the Patriots dynasty of old lasted from 2001 to 2019. No, they didn't have all the talent in the world. It wasn't because of flashy plays. It wasn't about trash talk. They won because they executed more under pressure. They won because they were more disciplined. They won because they stuck to the fundamentals of football. They won because they practiced like it was a game. They made sure to execute on third down. They made sure to execute in the red zone. And they made sure they mastered situational football. They were predictable to themselves and adaptable to others. As long as there was time on the clock, they had a chance to win. For the Broncos, whether it was John Elway late in the game or defensive-led type, the formula was always the same. An elite defense with a well-rounded offense. A QB that doesn't panic under pressure. The Broncos didn't ask them to be perfect. They asked them to be consistent. This game isn't going to be a juggernaut of offenses. This game is going to be decided by 3 factors. Field position, and who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. Typical postseason football. But some teams just don't come. And it may not always be pretty, but that's championship football. Now, Drake May had an MVP caliber season. And although his first postseason run has not been, and that's fair, but you have to take care of the football. There's times to take a second. They may not be perfect. They may not be. Defense has continued to show why this is the team's identity. A hard knock, creating turnovers, causing pressure, stopping so many big plays that could. The Broncos defense continues to show why they were one of the best defenses in the league throughout the season. Offense that's consistent enough to help. The problem that the Broncos face in this game is that Bo Nix got hurt during that last game against the Bills. The question is, will Jarrett Stidham be able to continue with Bo? Will he have the same success, if not better? Or will it be worse? Will he not succeed? The number 5 seed Los Angeles Rams and the number. This is an NFC West divisional rivalry. This year is looked at as one of the hardest divisions, if not the best offenses, led by MVP candidate Matthew Stafford, due to relentless pass rush, offensive balance between them, and elite coaching in situations that truly matter. They understood that their key to victory wasn't to be perfect at all. You need to put pressure on your opponent on both sides of the ball. And the Seahawks championship season wasn't built on volume passing. It was built on a physical run game, an elite defense, and a QB who thrived under structure. They played fast, but not reckless. Key for the Rams to win this game is stopping that hard-nosed physical, pretty much forcing Sam Darnold to win the game. Sure that they don't turn the ball over in the slightest. It's making sure you execute enough on offense and putting all the pressure on Matt Stafford. Right here. Different teams, different styles. Now that's episode 1 of Moving Them Chains, and I thank you for watching. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, follow me on other platforms, leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with others, help me grow. And until next time, keep moving them chains.